You know what I love about being away? You're teaching your kids as well. This is what I think. This is how I get my head around. I'm like, actually, yeah, you have to leave your hometown.
Absolutely.
You have to leave your hometown and go and seek out these opportunities. So when I did Everest Base Camp recently, I really struggled with that. What are the kids going to do? I have this thing they say quite a lot. I hear them saying it sometimes. Where's dad? When's dad going to be home?
Is that like a little guilt voice?
I get really emotional when I hear those words. And I'm not even there.
Yeah.
Where's dad? When's dad going to be home? And that makes me feel shit. But at the same time, when I went to base camp, I was like, well, I'm teaching these a lot here.
Huge things
Dad's going to take on a challenge. You realise that you have to travel sometimes if you want to win at things. So there's that. We've said it all along here. There's that double-edged sword.
Yeah.
And I ended up coming home 6 days early and surprising them.
Oh, and it's the best feeling in the world. Like, I don't think I'd get
so
the
confused.
hugs.
I've never seen anything like it.
The realisation when you walk through the door.
She was like, what? And then Max was all over me, which is not his thing. He was all over me and she was going, what?
But you would never have had that reaction had you not gone away.
No.
Because I definitely still have a lot, and as I say, it's not always verbalised. Sometimes when you're like, I'm away for 5 days, you get it's a choice.
Yeah.
And also, it's full tilt the other way because my husband used to work 12-hour shifts.
Yeah.
It's Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
My favourite picture of Chris and the boys, most people would look at and be like, it's the shittest picture ever.
Yeah.
It's the back of the three of them.
Yeah.
And it's Chris holding the boys' hands.
Yeah, I love how like that.
Taking Owen to his first day in infant school and Oliver to his first day in nursery.
Yeah.
And the reason it's so important is he could never have done that when he was in a job.
Yeah.
So the reason we've done all of those things, look, we've got pictures of them in amazing places. They've had unreal experiences.
Are your kids in a place where they don't know how fucking good they've got it?
I think my eldest
kids will sometimes say you're always working. I'm like, I'm fucking, you haven't got a clue about what work is.
No.
I'm never home after 4 o'clock.
Hard. That's the balance, isn't it?
Weird eye. And then you get the thing with the money. Should I buy them this? Should I not buy them this? How much pocket money should they get? Should I make them work for it?
But then in the same way, it's like you want them to have everything that you didn't, but in the same way, you don't want them to just have everything.
It's also, I find that really hard.
It's the hardest part.
Yeah.
But
should
then
I really let him have that?
Sometimes I've done that. I remember we were going to... This is really wicked. I decided, so when I'm a massive Foo Fighters fan, when Taylor Hawkins passed away, I was like, we're going to the gig. And I booked tickets. I was looking at them and it was a nightmare getting tickets.
Are they on tour right now?
They are.
Aye.
Yeah, last week and this week.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So I looked at it and I'm like, fuck, there's only the tickets. You know, I'm doing that thing with 2 laptops and a phone. You're trying to get tickets. You've got every man and his dog helping you. And the only tickets I could get were like the ridiculously expensive, this side of the stage, amazing.
Yeah.
And I had that split second, do it, don't do it. And I went, I'm going to book for me and Chris.
Yeah.
Can't justify spending that on the kids. They were like 7 and 10 or something.
Yeah.
And then immediately I'm like, why the fuck am I doing what I'm doing if it's not to give them experiences? So then I booked another 2 tickets. Now, the 2 tickets were 2 tickets at 1 row and 2 tickets are 2 rows back, but still on an end. And I'm like, fab. I got bailed on for I looked like a loner in a seated section at a gig.
Way.
Like, there I am on my own because the kids bailed on me and went and stood with Dad.
Yeah.
But when you hear first of all, it's what that does for them because the amount of people who came up to us going, oh my God, how old are you? And Ollie's like 7. They're like, oh, you're well, I love the whole people going, you've got the best mum and dad in the world. And I was like, yes, you have. But it comes back to that quote. People will forget what you said, what you did, but they'll never forget the way you made them feel.
You get like, they then start to get like, why we're not business class, Dad?
Oh no, I haven't had that yet.
Do you know what I mean? Why we're not business? Why we're not staying at the Atlantis? Why we're not doing this? And
why are we downgrading to this 5-star hotel?
That's another interesting piece, like. But then we'll go to somewhere like Thailand and they'll love that. And you can't spend your fucking money in Thailand. We took them on a place. It's a floating island, right? And it's rough as fuck. Right? Really, there's kids begging and that. And my kids, I'm so glad to see that because they had their eyes opened like fuck.
Context for them, isn't it?
Oh, total context for them, And I think that's why I quite like Max going to a normal school as well because he's just...
I love the fact that you call it normal.
That's normal school. I don't know what it's called normally. Type of school that I went to. Council school. Is that what it's called?
I'm
State
from a
school,
rough council estate in Liverpool, but I went to an all-girls Catholic high school.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. See, this is the thing, because people go, oh my God, really? And I'm like, yeah, but its nickname was, it was on a hill, Slags on a slope. Oh. So it just, because it comes down to perspective.
Well, when I was at school, I'd have been waiting at the bottom. See who slid down.
The all-boys school. So we used to, when you look back now and think, what a world, we used to have to do cross-country. So, but your cross-country you had to do in a leotard. So you would be in a leotard, running around a field
Past the all-boys school.
with the all the lads would just be over the fence because they'd know when,
I'd have been
over the...
I'd have been, oh my God, when I was at school, I was a walking hard on. honestly, I was a nightmare. Oh, wow. That period of me, I used to have to tuck my dick in my waistband all the time. All the time.
That's definitely going to be a
talk
clip
about
for this,
testosterone,
isn't it? What was the best part of the podcast? There we go.
Dick in a waistband. Mad. Little helmet pointing out over the top. Wow. I've took that to a new level, haven't
That's a whole new level. I
Yeah.
like the fact that you're comfortable enough to have that conversation.
You know what's funny? I say this all the time. Being able to joke a little bit about those darker things, I think is quite important.
You've just got to be comfortable
Like
in it.
I learned this. I've actually somehow, my mates asking me, best friends from school, asking, how are you mates with like these ex-SAS guys? I'm like, I don't fucking know, but every time I've met them, I've got on really well with them. And I asked my friend Ollie Alton about it. He was like, Paul, it's because you got a sick sense of humour. Like us. Like, they have to have that. Imagine that. You're
To get through it.
You're an SAS. You've killed fucking loads of people. You've seen your friends blown up and that. And I've got a friend that's a fireman. He says, I'm very close with him as well. And he said, they have to have this dark sense of humour as well. And I think it's important.
To counterbalance the
I
things
think it's
that they've
important. I can not joke over it, but kind of talk about it and then be able to make like add
light of
humour
it.
to it, light of it, because although it was heavy at the time, I think people want to hear that there is something on the other side of it.